So, shall we start?
Yes, Raksha.
Money okay, wa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. With gentle smile and open arms, with high hopes and great desire, we welcome you all to the session of Highlights of Union Budget. To know nation's union budget is very important as it will decide the rapid and balanced economic growth of the country. Also, it is every citizen's duty to contribute to the economic development of our country. With great pleasure, myself Rakshna, member of Youth Parliament, welcome you all for this highlights of Union Budget 2022 session. On this auspicious day, Youth Parliament KPRIET feels tremendous overwhelmed to welcome our charming chairman, Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir, our beloved principal, Dr. M. Akila ma'am, our energetic CE, Dr. A.M. Natrajan sir, and all our faculties and beloved students for this session. So with this, I would like to hand over the session to the speaker, Ms. Nivedita and Nandana from first year ECE to know the highlights of Union Budget 2022.
The Union Budget seeks to complement macroeconomic level growth with a focus on microeconomic level all-inclusive welfare. The Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs is Srimati Nirmala Sitaram, who has tabled the Union Budget of 2022 to 23 in Parliament. First of all, I would like to start with the targets. India's economic growth is estimated at 9.2%. 60 lakh new jobs to be created. The PLI schemes is to create an additional production of 30 lakh crores. Amritkal. The word Amritkal, which means happy days. This term was introduced by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Hence, our financial minister has used this term to express that the budget will bring us happy days. The scheme focuses on growth and all-inclusive welfare. The National Master Plan for Expressway is PM Gati Shakti, and it has 7 engines, which are roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways, and logistic infrastructure. Now we are seeing road transport sector. The formulation of Master Plan for Expressway is completing 25,000 km national highways in 2022 to 23. And the budget allocated is rupees 20,000 crore. Multimodal logistic parks. 4 multimodal logistics parks through public-private partnership to be awarded in 2022 to 23. Railway sector. One station, one product. This concept is to help the local business and supply chains. Also, integration of postal and railway network, facilitating parcel movement. They have been extending the coverage under Kavach, and also 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains are to be built in the next 3 years. Parvatmala, the National Roadways Development Program. Parvatmala to be taken upon public-private partnership mode. The contracts to be awarded for 8 ropeway projects of 60 km length. Now we are going to see inclusive development. First of all, we are seeing the agriculture sector. Rupees 2.37 lakh crore is directly paid to 1.63 crore farmers for promoting post-harvest value addition, consumption, and branding of millet products. Our government is promoting chemical-free natural farming, starting with farmers' land close to River Ganga. Also, agriculture is being digitalized using drones. Kisan drones is used for spraying insecticides and nutrients. Next is Ken Betwa project. The implementation of Ken Betwa link project, which is benefiting 9.1 lakh hectare of farmland, providing drinking water to 62 lakh people. Now we are seeing the budget of micro, small and medium enterprises, which is shortly known as MSME. Extending ECLGS with focus on hospitality and related enterprises. Rupees 2 lakh crore additional credit for micro and small enterprises to be facilitated under the Credit Guarantee Trust for micro and small enterprises. Also, rising and accelerating MSME performance program with outlay of rupees 6,000 crore to be rolled out. Also, we are interlinking the various portals. Next, we are seeing skill development. In skill development, the digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood will be launched to promote online training. Also, startups will be promoted to facilitate drone safety for drone as a service. Education sector. One class, one TV channel. Program to be expanded to 200 TV channels. Virtual labs, skilling e-labs to be set up to promote critical thinking skills and simulator learning environment. High quality e-content will be delivered through digital teachers. Digital University for world-class quality universal education with personalized learning experience to be established. Health sector. An open platform for national digital health ecosystem to be rolled out, and national telemental health program will be launched for quality counseling. Saksham Anganwadi. It is integrated to benefit women and children through Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsala, Saksham Anganwadi, and Poshan 2.0. 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded to Saksham Anganwadis. Next, we are seeing the Har Ghar Nal Se Jal. The word Har Ghar Nal Se Jal means availability of water in each and every house. The budget for this scheme is rupees 60,000 crore allocated to cover 3.8 crore households in 2022-23. Housing for all. The budget rupees 48 crore allocated for completion of 80 lakh houses under PM Awasi Yojana. Next, we are seeing the Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast region. This is a new scheme launched to fund infrastructure and social development projects in Northeast. An initial allocation of rupees 1,500 crore made to enable livelihood activities for youth and women under the scheme. And next is Vibrant Villages Program. The Vibrant Villages Program is for development of border villages with spare population, limited connectivity and infrastructure on the northern border. Banking sector. 100% post office are to become the core banking system. Also, 75 digital banking units is to be set up in 75 districts. Next is e-passport. E-passport is a futuristic technology where the chip is embedded to the passports.
Hello everyone, I'm going to continue with urban planning. I'm Nardana from EC first year. Urban planning, modernization of building bylaws, town planning schemes TPS and transit oriented development TOD will be implemented. Battery swapping policy will be brought out for setting up charging stations at scale in urban areas. Car batteries are swapped with fully charged batteries instead of recharging. Coming to land records management, unique land parcel identification number for IT-based management of land records will be issued. It's basically digitation of land records to facilitate IT-based management of records. Accelerated corporate exit. Center for Processing Accelerated Corporate Exit, CPACE, will be established for speedy winding up of companies. According to this move, expert would provide a big relief to firms seeking voluntary wind up of businesses. AVGC Promotion Task Force. An animation, visual effects, gaming, and comic. AVGC Promotion Task Force will be set up to realize the potential of this sector. AVGC sector encompasses animation, visual effects, gaming, and comic. Coming to telecom sector, scheme for design-led manufacturing will be launched to build a strong ecosystem for 5G as part of the protection linked incentive scheme. The government expects near 27% fall in revenue in this sector. Next up, export promotion. Special Economic Zone Act will be replaced with a new legalization to enable states to become partners in development of enterprise and service hubs. Energy transition and climate action. Additional allocation of rupees 19,500 crore for protection-linked incentive manufacture of high-efficiency solar modules to meet up the goal of 820 gigawatts of installed solar power by within the year 2030. Financial support will be provided to farmers belonging to scheduled castes and tribes who are interested in agroforestry. Public capital investment. Outlay for capital expenditure stepped up sharply by 35.4% to rupees 70.50 lakh crore in 2022 to 23 from 5.54 lakh crore in current year. The outlay of 2022 to 23 will be of 2.9% of gross domestic product. GIFT IFSC. Gujarat International Finance Tech City and International Financial Service Center. World-class foreign universities and institutions will be allowed in GIFT within this year. Budget 2020 continued to do further businesses and investments in GIFT, taking it a step closer that global investors can no longer afford to ignore. Mobilizing resources. Venture capital and private equity invested more than rupees 5.5 lakh crore last year, facilitating one of the largest startup and growth ecosystem. Blended funds will be awarded to promote sunrise sectors. Next up, digital rupees. The introduction to digital rupees by RBI is starting in 2022 to 23 will use blockchain technology. Providing greater fiscal space to states. Enhanced outlay for scheme for financial assistance to states for capital investment from rupees 10 crore in budget estimates to rupees 15 crore in revised estimates for current year. Allocation of rupees 1 lakh crore in 2022-2023 to assist the states in catalyzing overall investment in the economy. 50-year interest-free loans over and above normal borrowings in 2022 to 23. States will be allowed a fiscal deficit of 4% of GSDP, of which 0.5% will be tied to power sector reforms. Fiscal management. Budget estimates 2021 to 2022 is rupees 34.83 lakh crores. Revised estimates 2021 to 2020 is rupees 37.70 lakh crore. Total expenditure of current year are estimated at rupees 39.45 lakh crore. Total receipts other than borrowings in 2022 to 23 estimated at rupees 22.84 lakh crores. Fiscal deficit in current year is up to 6.9% of GDP. Fiscal deficit in 2022 to 23 estimated at 6.4% of GDP.
Now we are moving to the second half of the highlights of Union Budget, that is direct tax and indirect tax. Now I'm going to elaborate about direct tax. tax incentives to FISC. If your income is of a non-resident and counted derivatives issued by an offshore banking unit, then you are exempt from tax. If your income is from royalty and interest on account of lease of ship, then you are exempt from tax. Also, if your income received from portfolio management service in IFSC, also the tax will be exempt from it. Next, rationalization of surcharge. The alternative minimum tax rate and surcharge for corporators ID reduced. Also, surcharge helps in boosting up the market startup community. Deterrence against tax evasion. During search and survey operation, if you're having this undisclosed income in your account, then the law will be enforced on you. Health and education says any surcharge or cease on income and profit is not allowed as business expenditure. Updated return. Updated return, as you all know, India is growing at an accelerated pace and people are undertaking multiple financial transactions. During the transaction, it is prone to make an error. To solve this problem, the updated return is introduced. In updated return, it is permitting taxpayers to file an updated return on payment of additional tax. It has to be filed within 2 years from the end of the 11th assessment year. Next up is cooperative society. The cooperative society minimum tax is 18.5%, but now it is reduced to 15%. Surcharge on cooperative societies reduced from 12% to 7% for having total income more than rupees 1 crore and up to 10 crores. Incentives for startups. The period of incorporation is now extended by 1 year. And next up is litigation management. If a question of law is identical to the one pending in High Court or Supreme Court, the filing of related appeal will be decided by the court. This is to avoid the repetitive appeals. Now Nandana will take over the section on indirect taxes.
Remarkable progress in GST. Taxpayers deserve applause because the GST revenues are beyond growth despite the pandemic. Review of customs exceptions and tariff simplification. More than 350 exception entries proposed to be gradually phased out, like exception on certain agricultural produce, fabrics, drugs and medicines, etc. Removal of exception on items which can be manufactured in India and providing raw materials that go into manufacturing of intermediate process. Special economic zones. Function on customs national portal shall be implemented by 30th September 2022 and customs administration of the special economic zones will be fully IT driven. Customs reforms and duty rate changes. During COVID-19 pandemic, custom formations have done exceptional frontline work against all odds, displaying agility and purpose since faceless customs has been fully established. Project imports and capital goods. The concessional rates in capital goods and project imports, and by applying a moderate tariff of 70.5% in conducive to the growth of domestic sector and Make in India. A few exceptions introduced to encourage domestic manufacturing of capital goods. Sector-specific proposals. Electronics. To facilitate domestic manufacturing of wearable and hearable devices and electronic smart meters, customs duty rates will be calibrated. Chemicals. To help in enhancing domestic value addition to the sector, customs duty on certain Critical chemicals and heavy feedstocks for petroleum refining will be reduced. MSME, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Customs duty on umbrellas is raised to 20%. Customs exception is given to steel scrap last year and has been extended for another year. Exposed. Exemptions are provided on items such as embellishment, trimming, fasteners, buttons, zippers, lining materials, etc. For promotion of this sector, duties is reduced on certain inputs required for shrimp aquaculture. Tariff measure to encourage blending of fuel. From the 1st of October 2022, unblended fuel will attract an additional differential excise duty of rupees 2 per liter will be implemented to promote blending of fuel. Gems and jewelries. To give a boost to the gems and jewelry sector, customs duty on diamonds and gemstones are reduced by 5%. Now we have come to the conclusion of highlights of Union Budget, and I believe that every citizen should be aware of the Union Budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Nivedita and Nandana, for giving a great knowledge about highlights of Union Budget 2022. Gratitude is not in the words, but in the heart which express it. We hope you all come to know about the highlights of Union Budget 2022. I would like to thank our college management for giving continuous opportunity and Team Sangamam and faculty coordinates for their support. We would like to extend our thanks to all the heads, teaching, non-teaching staffs, admin staffs, and students of KPRIET who spend their valuable time with us at this evening. Happy weekend to all. Thank you.